All right, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Thursday, the 28th, and it is the last day of the month. Tomorrow is a holiday, Good Friday here in the States. When we come back on Monday morning, it will be the 1st of April. April Fools. So be careful of the April Fool's joke, whether on YouTube, in the office, at home. Just be on the lookout, all right? Because, some people, they do love the kicks and giggles. But here in the markets, it's anything but kicks and giggles. This is serious business. And so, here we are once again. And, we're ending our 4-day red streak in fashion, in style. As you guys know here on this channel, red shirt equals green day. Red shirt equals green day. And we're finally back on the winning side of things, engulfing our loss and pushing ourselves up a little higher. So the main stock today, the main ticker was AVTX. AVTX. This was the one, um, therapeutics company actually. This was the one that gave us the opportunity today. And quick side note before we really jump into it, I did mention to myself to stick around. Today I had to leave out once again. I got to make some adjustments because once again I'm missing another huge move. 50% move on a stock at this price. Perhaps could have been a couple $1,000s. But anyhow, it's all good in the neighborhood. So, context, right? We'll come back to the disclaimer in a sec. Let's just look over a little context here. Let's talk about the opportunity that this one had. So let's say more so yesterday after hours, this thing pushed up all the way from about 475, 480. I mean, just quite the move in after hours, all the way to 18, consolidated, and then went even higher, all the way up to 23, and then 24. From there, consolidated into pre-market this morning, and then around 7 a.m. we went from about 17, right? Did dip down a little bit to from 17 all the way back to 23.50. So that wasn't bad. Coming into the open though, we were trending down. We were trending down, and I don't believe I was watching at this one initially, but after at the green and after it started making a move up, it was mentioned in the chat room, I believe, as well as on the YouTube stream, but I started being called out in chat, and I'm like, you know what? Let's take a look. Let's get involved. And so coming into the open, right, we had a bit of a move down. It pushed up, then moved down, and then pushed up. So once it finally got back over 2038, this is where we started to pull away a little bit. Quick bull flag right here. And then we started making our way higher. So we got up to 25. It dips down. We get a bit of a bottom in here. And so, sometimes, guys, sometimes, what it takes for us to be green at this level where I'm at is being in the right place, being in the right place at the right time. And I did spend some of the earlier morning trading stocks that I probably didn't even need to look at, like IBIO, which was just absolutely difficult and tricky, right? Rough momentum here to start. So sometimes it pays to be in the right area. And in the first 5-10 minutes, that wasn't the case. So I'm very grateful to at least have saw AVTX at some point, because if not, we could have missed everything. As you guys know, I like to trade uptrending opportunities, right? So we had this pullback here. We did break down below the level, but it slingshotted back up. We start to build our range in here. Once we pushed over, it started to look a little promising, but unfortunately was right back down. But once we came up the second time, we pushed up. And so we did respect this low down here around 22. And I think in here is where I caught my big trade going up. I was planning to size up a little bit, but I took more shares than I thought I was taking, and that resulted into a 2K winner. But while it was a bit of a luck, it was more so positioning. And we'll talk about the inadvertent mistakes that we can make as traders and what they can really mean, right? So we are going to look at some archives, but before we do, just a quick reminder of our disclaimer, guys. Remember that day trading, like any other business in the United States of America, is risky business. Remember that day trading is not easy. It takes months and more commonly years to become efficient, right? Even with hard work and dedication, it's still not guaranteed, even for our students here in MMU. So keep in mind that if you're new, even if you've been around and you're not quite consistent, where in terms of that profitability, guys, take it slow, small share size, small amount of cash. Utilize the paper trading simulators. That's what I did in the beginning to give myself longevity as I go through the learning curve. All right. Other than that, remember the live streams, the recaps are never a reason to try and copy trade what I'm doing. Copy trading will take you to the depths, double time. It's all about learning the strategy, and that takes time. Other than that, remember, I do not invest for my subscribers, so be careful of fake accounts, impersonators, and scammers. I will never message you first. I will never talk about copy trading, mirror trading, and I will never share a P&L with you of gains. I'll never post a gains to you, a screenshot of my gains in the DMs. I will never do that. Stay safe out there. Be careful. Lots of fake accounts on all social medias, including Discord, TikTok, and so forth. All right. So coming back, as usual, I did find. Well, no. I don't think I saw this one on Momo Pro initially. I saw this one in the chat room, but the initial watch list, we did utilize Momo Pro for that. So you guys can check this software out if you're interested. But yeah, moving on. And by the way, code Relentless if you do check this out, 25% off for 6 months. Right, just a little heads up there. But yeah, coming back to the charts, right? Let's take a look at some of the level 2 price action trades, and really and truly where we got the big win, right? We can show you guys that big trade, the one big trade of the day. So from my small share size, right, I was doing a decent job, right? And just for a quick heads up, just to show you guys where I actually started trading this thing, because I wasn't here for like the first 10 minutes or so. I think I have to, okay, there we go. It's gonna refresh. So I came in at 10:02 and I missed this first. I mean, it's sometimes you wonder, right? Sometimes you wonder. I'm on a 4-day red streak right now, right before today. What if, just for scenario sake, right? Let's just say I was doing well these last 4 days and I did see the stock very early right here to view up. It's a 30% move. It's like just from that alone, like I wouldn't even be considering smaller size. So this is part of the thing with the market where you really got to try to position yourself to have the best odds. Yeah, so sometimes the circumstances does make a difference, right, in terms of how aggressive you could be and how well you can do. Sometimes something as simple as seeing a stock early, recognizing it. So again, yeah, we were seeing some decent trades, right? We were doing our thing, and right here is where I'm gonna make the mistake. And again, I was trading very small. I did say, it's funny because on the live stream I'm saying if we get over this high right here, I think which was like a 2380, 2390 at the time, or 20, maybe let's say 24. I'm like, if we get over 24, I'm gonna size up aggressively. But I meant 700 shares, right? Because I was looking to trade small, and I did the math. If I didn't size up this aggressively, I'd have finished the day up 1600, which would have been a great day still, right? So right here, I guess I didn't quite get the last zero. So what I did, I double clicked, which should have highlighted the entire thing there, the entire column, but it only got the last two numbers. Imagine I put 35,000 shares. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I would have been able to afford that, but man. So as it gets up to 24, I jump in immediately in the spreads. And look at how huge the spreads are. This is why there's so much risk, guys. If this decides to fail, right here, right now, I'm more than likely going to be selling somewhere below 25. Well, let's say 23.25. So that would already be like a 40-cent loss. and then let's say it teleports down to like 22.70, and then the ask is like a 23. For sure, I'm losing $1 a share, and just like that, we're at 3,500. So I'm in, and I'm watching for the move, and I get the sell up there, and right here is where I realize, what actually just happened. And this small area here is just to show you that while it was an inadvertent mistake, just take a second to realize the actual potential that is here in the stock market. This is just one small green candle. In fact, not even a green candle, just one small area of a green candle of this entire move that I actually used real size on. Imagine if, we're trading real size through and through and we're connecting. Stuff like this tells me that there's 100K days coming, because the days are gonna come where a stock like this is so smooth for me. It's just a matter of time, really. A stock like this is gonna be so smooth, and I am gonna be using this type of size as normal size. And it's, especially on the days where they just keep going from, like 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 to 30. Those are the days where when the opportunities are smooth and we're really, really locking in. 100K days are on the horizon. Mark my words. Coming sooner than we think. And so that happened, and that, boosted me up a good amount. Now throughout the rest of the move, let's see. So we pushed up to 27, and once it curled back up over here, we were able to add and push ourselves up some more. So I created this channel. I'm like, this is what I think should happen, right? So we pushed up a little bit more from where we were. It dips down, and this was the move that I thought should happen. If we can continue to hold up our key levels, get higher lows, can we eventually get back to 26, 27 and push over this level for a retest of the highs? And it's going to happen right here. So as we start to get the breakout, I'm in 250 shares. Again, I'm using very small size. Coming off of so many red days. If you guys saw the recap yesterday, I'm like, I'm just looking to take it easy. So despite this gain, even if it was a loss, if it was a loss, I would have been maybe a little bit more like upset, but I would have kept trading the same way. And it's like, I'm not gonna allow whether it's a winner or loser to deviate me from what I'm doing. I'm gonna stay true to the strategy. So could I have used could I have used this as an excuse to say, hey, big size time, and go to 1K by maybe 2,500 or something? Yeah, I could have done that, but that was not my aim today. My goal today was slow, just try to get green and work my way up. And so we had some nice opportunities, right? And so we added slowly as this thing started to pull away right here. So I'm going to size up a little bit, 700 shares into 2626. And right here, I'm watching for the move up to 24. There's 29. There's 20. Hold up. 20. I meant to say 27. There's 2690. There's a bit of a spread. I think I could have took that off a little earlier, having some tighter bids in there. But ultimately it's going to push up a little bit, and we're going to get something out of the trade. It comes back down. I'm going to try again, I believe. We had 50, 40. There's a bit of a spread. I got 61, which is kind of aggressive, kind of high. We get back to 26, 25. It's a 40-cent winner right there if I'm to sell, but I'm looking for that bigger extension. Can we see it? I might take it off if it doesn't get going. Okay, there's 40. Well, we still have that spread. Right here, I could throw the order on the ask and try to get out. I'm going to take it market in between 13 and 40. It comes back down a bit. But yeah, just small trades, small size. The aim today wasn't to, really look for a huge green day, but more so, hey, can we just get back on the winning side of things, and we can then increase size again from there. But this inadvertent trade, these will happen for you and against you, and regardless of which way it comes, we just look to stay focused. If it unfortunately happens to put us past like a max loss, then you got to do what you got to do, especially if you become tilted. If I lost 3K, I think I would have been, I not even think, I know I would have been fine. I would have just kept trading, and if I could have made the same 1600 that I made here without that, trade, that's what I would have looked at done. So it's all about staying locked in, and keeping the focus, because frustration is the enemy, right? Lack of control is the enemy. So there is no such thing as losing control here. We have to be firm always, right? Even if you feel yourself slipping, it's like a good analogy is like when for those, and I'm not sure if everybody, let's say it like this, everybody here is probably not over the age of 21, but for those of you who are, that might have consumed alcohol before, it's like you take a shot, a two, three, or a beer, two or three, you start to get that buzz, right? They say, the word, phrase, it's tipsy. You feel yourself kind of getting a little loose or whatever, right? That's the kind of a similar description of what it would be when you feel yourself getting frustrated. Like, you can tell. And that's the moment to say, hey, nope, hard stop, cutting it, that's it. I'm done on this day. Takes a lot of control, takes a lot of discipline to be able to do that, but that's also what's necessary to ensure success. And I want to make sure that I do whatever is necessary here in the market. And on my side, when it comes to just being a disciplined trader, so always looking forward, and keeping an open mind for things both good and bad, because at the end of the day, whilst I want to always be an optimist, I gotta also be a realist. And what's real is that my power could go out, my internet could go out. I could inadvertently put the wrong share size. Instead of putting 1,000 shares, I can accidentally put another zero and put 10,000 shares. These things can happen. And so I want to always remind myself of risk, and I always want to manage risk to the highest levels. So, not leaving too much cash in my account, all those small things can definitely help out. So, whatever is necessary to ensure success. So, remember again, tomorrow, markets are closed. Enjoy the long weekend. Do not obsess over trading. It's a great time to detach, relax, and do other things. And then study up on Sunday whenever you can. That way you'll be fresh for Monday morning, and we come back in refreshed, rested, and ready to go. So, with that being said, we'll take this sweet, sweet green day any time of the week, any day of the year, and we are going to shut it down. I'll catch you guys later. Marcelo will be doing the Q&A on Sunday. Should be a good time. If he's not available, I'll do it. But yeah, it should be a good time. Check out those links down below, right? If you're interested again in the Momo Pro scanner, right? It's here. You guys can take a look at it. I do have my screenshots shots posted in the Discord. On top of that, we do have a few videos on the channel as well. I'm waiting. There's some updates that are coming for halt levels, and I think it'll be good for those of you guys who do not have the halt levels built into your level 2. This could be pretty good for a lot of you guys, actually. And I'm still begging for the update to the high-low stream to make this more efficient. I've asked again yesterday. Um, hopefully sometime soon we can get what we need to make it better. Other than that, yeah, check out the chat room. I want to show you guys something from the chat room that I saw from Save, man. Save is one of the big time traders in here. And Save has a normal account and a retirement account. He's green in his retirement account, which is great. But just to show you guys the swings of what will happen to some traders on the highest levels. I mean, a great day, up about 10,000. And, on AVTX towards the end of the day, in the last 30 minutes, back to flat, in the main account. These things happen, and, it's like, here I am talking about how I could have lost 2, 3K extra, or made 2K extra with the inadvertent trade. And it shows that there's levels to this game. There's levels to it. If we come back up, and still ended the day green. Um, Again, between the two accounts, and from a few weeks ago where we had a big drawdown of down 45 grand, back up to break even here and small green, in just a few days of good trading. So it goes to show, the hard work can pay off, man. We also had Calamity, who crossed over um $1 million in gains. So big shout out to the day trading team house members, big shout out to the students, big shout out to the broader community here in the Discord. For all of those who are coming in every day, grinding, putting in work, hustling, and looking to improve, right? Reaching out for mentor sessions, asking questions in the chat, and, or just looking to, stay consistent. Because as we know, trading is not easy, man. It's a very rough road. We see people leave the community all the time and move on. And, it's sad to see that, that not everyone is able to get it. But, ultimately, the biggest thing for us here that gives us all hope is that there's a chance, right? We start this business and we embark on this journey to give ourselves a legit chance at, at greatness, really. Can we be the best versions of ourselves, and can we be able to become in tune with the market through this hyper scalping style? And we see again from the highest levels, I mean, there's even levels right here in the Discord that we don't see from the people who do not post, because some people, they don't care to share, they want to stay more private, right? I mean, we see some stuff on like Twitter. On Twitter there's some guys making like 200 grand a day. I mean, when you get it, I mean, it's, even if it's on a smaller scale, right? I mean, split here today, nice day. Like, even if it's on a smaller scale, and here's Ken, for example, 167 bucks, 700, 104, 586. Like, doing this, and then, a lot of people still have their day jobs. It's like, this is really, really impressive stuff, man. I mean, whether it is $1 million or 1,500 on the week, or maybe from split right here, 5,000 in a day, Jay, I mean, whatever it is, man, as long as we're growing and progressing over time, BMAC, as long as we are growing and progressing over time, that's all that matters. It's progress, slow progress over the days, weeks, and months. And hopefully, and Tim, I mean, look at Tim, I think on vacation, guys. Tim on vacation with a monster day, So it really becomes a blessing. It really becomes a blessing. I mean, Jay with smaller green days, really, I mean, just look at the consistency here, man. Shout out to the team, so even for those people who are red, even for those people who might be struggling, let's keep pushing, let's keep grinding, let's keep working. And, over time, Marcelo, nicely done right here. Big days for the guys, man. This is what it's all about, man. SF, getting it done. We just got to keep our heads down. You don't ever look at someone in a negative way. You want to utilize other traders for motivation and inspiration, and never for, jealousy, right? We don't want to say, oh man, how did this person do well and I didn't? That's not the way to do it. Say, man, how did this person, it's more so this person did well. How can I improve as to also follow suit, right? If this person is doing it, that motivates me, because that lets me know that it's possible. Because guess what? This person is also human, right? Jared, I mean, I'm very impressed. I'm very proud of the community. Again, I know not everyone is killing it. Not everyone's, had a really nice month. But it's really good stuff to see, man. Really good stuff to see. Spartan had a lot of break-even days, but hopefully looking forward to next month for some heat. And Spartan has done really good with those dip trades too. Son of Crypto, in the sim, getting it done. Lucas getting back in touch with some small size. But anyhow, guys, I'm gonna shut it down here because I can keep going. Take care, stay safe, stay green, enjoy the weekend, study up. And I didn't even mention the course. I was supposed to mention the course too. Well, if you don't know, I do have a day trading course you guys can check out. It's called Merciless Markets University. Not going to spend too much time because the recap is already going forever. You guys can check it out. Come check out this diagram here to see exactly what's included, right? Things like our mentorships, perks like our mentorships, our live trading archives, low latency streaming in our Discord, our free chat room access, and of course the A to Z comprehensive course. But yeah, take care, stay safe, stay green. Gold is the flagship, you know, is the flagship membership, let's say, that offers everything. But yeah, check it out. Maybe you guys might want to rock with Tim or Triad as well. Check it out, check it out. I am out like out. Stay safe, stay green, guys. Catch you later.